Welcome students to the Galgotias University e-content platform. I am Kumari Pallavi, Assistant Professor of Mass Communication Department, and today I am going to discuss a topic from the course that is Development Communication for Bachelor's in Journalism and Mass Communication program. In today's presentation, I am going to discuss about the practitioner of development communication. So in this lecture, I will discuss about the development communication practitioners, that who are they, and the trait of the development communication practitioners, different types of development communication practices, and the functions functioned by the development communication practitioners. So basically, development communication refers to empowerment and development, mostly in a community context. So, the development communication is a process for empowering and engaging the community in their development process. And in this, a development communication practitioner plays a very important role. And as that's why he or she has to be specialized in development communication strategies, for making and to develop strategies to communicate with and on behalf of non-government organizations, the private sector and the government, with the aim of empowering and mobilizing societies for social change. Social change is a very important factor in the development communication, and the development communication practitioners should have the strategies to motivate and to mobilize this community for a development. And this person has to be specialized in strategic communication in a development context. Obviously, it is very important and it's needful for the community if the development communication practitioner have a good strategic ideas and opinion for ideas and opinion for their development. If the practitioner should haven't any IQ for making any strategies for the development of the community, then the development process of the community lag behind. That's why he or she should have a unique and unique idea, and should have courage to face challenges in face challenges take, comes in the process of development of a community. Development communication practitioners should have some traits, some special characteristics he or she should possess, so that he or she can work as a good practitioner of a development communication. Such as some of the most important characteristics or the traits practitioners should have, such as the purposiveness. Obviously, in everyone's life, purpose is so important. If you don't have a purpose in your life, you can't achieve anything. In the same manner, a development communication practitioner should also have the characteristics of purpose in himself or herself, so that he or she can have a vision for future and for strategifying the strategies of the development communication. And in the same manner, he or she should have pragmatic in nature, so that he or she can deal with problems in a practical way rather than by following ideas or principles which is already present in the arena. As we all know that for every community, the need and the problems of different community has different problems and they have different needs. So we can't use the same practice, or we can't use the same theory on different community. For every community, because they have a special characteristic, so they need a special strategy for their development. And in the same manner, the development communication practitioner should have value driven, and he has the value in his life. If he don't have values, he can't work for a community, for a welfare of a community, for working for a community. The values plays a very important role. Values makes a man think for a different perspective, think from a different perspective, and think for others. and it is our values which helps us to understand and to think for others to that they are our own and they are not others, they are our family member, our own people. So the feeling of that ownness is important in the development communication practitioner for practicing the development communication process. And the practitioner should also think for that the community needs at heart commitment. So the practitioner should have a heart commitment in it, in himself, that he commit for the community, that I will follow, community can lead, only can lead, and I'm not the leader, the community is the leader, and I have to follow to them for their development, because we work for their development, we are not working for our development. So the development communication practitioner should have to think like that. And they he or she should also have to responsive enough. If I want to make a difference, he he has to think like that, that I want to make a difference. If they he or she don't have the attitude of thinking and responsiveness towards the community, he can't be able to practice the development communication practices. And he or she also should possess multi-skilled and adaptable with the conditions and the environment in a, because we all know that the community, some of the communities are residing in the interiors of our country, and they have a different needs, and their adapting their culture is very important for our development communication practitioner. If we don't adapt others their culture for them whom we are working, we can't feel the pain of them, and without feeling the pain of the community members, we can't do the development process. Because for strategifying the strategies for the development of the community, we need have to feel the pain of them. We have to think the problem of theirs like our own problem. That's why the practitioner needs multi-skilled and adaptability. And the practitioner also possess knowledge on many areas of in many areas such as government policies, structure of government programs and policies defined by the government. And it doesn't mean by that he or she should have a expert view on the problem, but he or she should have a well-read mind, and but not an expert on everything, rather a referral specialist. We don't need a specialist of a uh, for a particular problem, but we need a person who has an open arena and open mind to know about, and they have a attitude of querying about every problem. Uh, what is the root of the problem? That's why he or she needs the knowledge about everything, and how he can solve the problem by using different policies given provided by the government for the community. And the development communication practitioner should also have a good facilitation skills. Facilitating the basically he works as a facilitator for the community, and that's why he needs that skill to facilitate the community about to the community for their development. And he is the one who works as a bridge between the government and the community. So he or she should possess some facilitating skills. And he or she should also has a strong knowledge of the district in which he works, such like history of the district, people who are residing in the district, and or the place where he is working, the language of the community. It's very important to know the language of the community, because without language we can't communicate with the community. And communication plays a very important role in the development process. So he should or she should have a little bit or at least understanding the language of the community is a must for a development communication practitioner. And he or she should know the economic base of the community, the structure of the community, gatekeepers of the community, institutions of the community, and managing the contacts is very important for practicing the development communication process. So the development communication practitioner should have the attitude to manage the contacts and maintaining the contact and sustaining the contact with the community members. And another feature the development communication should practitioner should possess is creativity. Strong knowledge of the creative methods of development communication is very important for a development communication practitioner, as if without creativity we can't make the connection with the community. It's our creativity which helps us to make connection and to connect us with the community, because we all know that the community is much different from our everyone's community is different from each other's community. So there is some, the practitioners need some creativity for engaging and for participating, make the community participate in the development process. In that their creativity helps a lot. So another trait of the development communication practitioner should possess is to know and accept own limitations. Obviously, everyone should have to know about at least yourself. If I don't know about me, then I can't help to others, because I have to accept and know about limitations. What are the limitations which we possess, so that we can help with the others to we can help others by surpassing that limitations. I know. So that's why the development communication practitioners should know what, when I should pass on to the departmental experts so as to offer my main client, the citizen, the best services. So we have to know about our own limitations if we are practicing a development communication process. There are some functions of development communication practitioners which he or she should function, like networking. The most important function which or she has to do is networking. Networking with the community, with the networking with the government officials, other NGOs, experts of the field and other fields, and many people. As a development communication practitioner, we need a strong connectivity and networking with other people. Without making or maintaining and sustaining our connectivity or networking, we can't work for a community, because in a development process we need a lot of people's help, we need a lot of people's inputs. So we have to function and we have to maintain a network system with others also. And another function the development communication practitioner avail is that facilitating is so important for the development communication practitioner. It's the basic function of the development communication practitioner, as he or she should facilitate the community for their development. And the other is the interpreting information. As I have already discussed that the development communication practitioner work as a bridge between the government and the community. So he has to be interpret every information to the community, because the policy is made by the government and the officials are difficult to understand, and common people basically faces major difficulties to understand. In that situation, the development communication practitioners came into existence, and he or she facilitate the community and interpret that information to the community. And another function which development communication practitioners practice is technomediary. He or she selling and familiarizing the communities with the great value technology offers. So he is the one who works also works for make the community friendly with the new techniques, because in this technological era, if we are lacking on the front of accepting the technology, then we are lacking behind in the development process also. So the development communication practitioner work for the community to initiate and to practice, make in their daily practice to utilize different technologies. And another function of development communication practitioner is researching, especially how do I do informal research, by running group discussions, focus groups, easy questionnaires, community meetings, writing up case studies which describe scenarios, secondary or documentary research, where to get it, what this constitutes of, how do I use it. So it is very important for the development communication practitioner to utilize research for making strategies in the development process of the community. And he or she also has a function to run some training programs, because in development process, training is one of the most important tool which is utilized by different practitioners for the development. So these are the functions of the development communication practitioners. And there are different types of development communication practitioners are also present in the community, in the field of development communication. Type A views development as work as a business. He is the person who literally cashes in on development. In the communication trade, he represents the typical commercial outfit or advertising agency that charges exorbitant rates, thus making a killing in the process. He justifies his rates on the basis of professionalism. Perhaps there is nothing wrong with the profit motive in ordinary situation, but in the context of development, it is nothing short of scandalous. We have very little to say about this person, because he makes his future fortune from the misfortune of others. And the type B is the professional. He has embarked on development work as a career. His foremost concern is the quality of output, since this would reflect upon his reputation and his subsequent marketability and billing rate. Under this category are many consultants, technocrats, specialists and experts comes under. And the type C views development work first and foremost as a calling. His main concern is to make an impact, to do something about development problems, and for him the lack of time, manpower and resources is a very real constraint. So he endeavors to produce output through improvisation and innovation. Realizing that development work needs immediate results, he readily sacrifices the standards of quality of the professional, which he feels lead to wastage in time, money and resources. So beggars can't be choosers, he argues. The longer it takes for the process to be implemented, the longer the beneficiaries are deprived of much needed resources and services. He feels he cannot afford to take his time. Hungry mouths and inquiring minds which cannot wait. So it is on you, if you are want to be a practitioner of development communication. It is on you what type of practitioner you want to be. So that's it for the day. And today in this lecture I have introduced the development communication practitioner, which is this. I have also discussed the different traits, functions and types of development communication practitioners in a very elaborative manner. These are the readings related to the topic which you may refer in future. And thank you for your time. Please feel free to mail me on the given email ID for any queries.